Hi guys, this is the second video after the first one, and I just feel like I should follow it up. A lot of people have commented. I think there's a need for us to keep on talking about this issue seriously, because yeah, there've been some positive change. I understand they've gone into hostels and places where a lot of people that are so-called foreigners in South Africa are living. The police have been helped by the army to even identify those ones that are perpetrating these atrocities. So, but then I'm saying to myself, after this, then what's the next step? Because honestly, African Union, Southern African Development Corporation, United Nations, I'm just asking. I said, well, what is happening? Is it until it gets out of hand, it becomes a genocide type of a thing? I know there's been a lot of bad things happening in the African continent. This to me stands out as unique, because a lot of problems that are happening in Africa, they sometimes just affect that specific country. Now, this is not just affecting South Africa. This is affecting the whole of Africa, because believe me, there should be each and every there should be a person from each and every African country in that South Africa, even though some people have not come out. I mean, it's not even just an African problem. It's an extended issue, because in Durban, they were targeting Pakistan, Bangladesh. I mean, I heard at one point even Chinese. So I'm thinking this can generate some pockets of violence around the world. And it can just be this little genesis of an issue in South Africa, which I think it's really being trivialized. And I'm very aware of the fact that issues would happen like this, and people in power would put a blind eye, just wanting to make the whole world believe that the issue has been tackled with. I mean, I can recall so many things that have happened and we've not heard the end part of the issue. Like, we haven't been told, okay, this is what happened. I mean, I'm talking of the girls of Chiboko in Nigeria. Have we heard anything again? No. Reason why? That issue is a closed chapter to those that don't care. But to mothers and fathers that gave birth to those kids, it is as fresh as that very day it happened. So even this, I'm just saying, after I've kind of like spoken out my mind concerning the way the whole issue was handled, now I'm beginning to receive some positive things from individuals. And I mean, I'm so glad. One of my little girls that I know, she's in South Africa at the moment. She's doing very well. I mean, Saturday they raised 66,000 rands to help people that are stranded. And I hope that money will be strategized to go to the really dire stray people that need it, because a lot is happening. And in any way, leave your comments and follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and even YouTube. Follow me, even Twitter. Subscribe, please subscribe, because I need this to go out. And I'm passionate about this, because I think what I'm seeing, if I can be honest, it's like this is gonna be affecting each and every person. Because I mentioned in the first video that those people that have gone to their countries of origin after years and years of being in South Africa, and they get out of South Africa with nothing. So then they go to their countries and they begin to hustle. And they left those countries in the first place because it was hard already. Now, going back with completely zerosh, what do you think the frustration will lead into? It's going to lead into a genesis of thugs, thieves, prostitution. Yeah, because I mean, if she was working in South Africa as a maid and she can't put food on the table and there's no work where they're coming from, whatever. I mean, it's just a vicious circle. It's a circulation of sick things that are going to happen out of this. And I don't want it to continue. I don't want it to be an issue that we'll deal with it 3, 4, 5 years from now. And saying to ourselves, we wish we would have spoken enough. We wish we would have made it clear. We wish we would have taken these things seriously. No, the time is now. And so, share my video, subscribe, and thank you guys. Thank you. Hi guys, I'm back again with my second video, just following up the first video that I had put on YouTube. I have kind of like really followed this with great passion. I think the reason why I'm coming across the way I'm coming across, it's just because a lot of problems in Africa, they've happened because ordinary people like me and you have put a blind eye. Of course, a lot of people say, oh, what can we do? Some people say talk is cheap. Yes, you don't pay. Talking, no, you don't pay. But as cheap as it is, if it gets out there and everybody knows what is going on, then it's done the purpose. It's done its duty. So I'm insisting all Africans in diaspora, wherever you are, highlight this issue of xenophobia in South Africa. Highlight it in such a way that a lot of people are, I wouldn't say naive, but they've got enough issues on their plate where they are in their locality, talk less of wanting to listen to world news. I was on the radio this morning just to go and highlight these issues again. I met 2 people there and they were like, what are you here for? I was explaining to them, I've come here to raise awareness of my African brothers in diaspora, to let them know that there is this thing that is happening in South Africa. Yes, a lot of aggressive violence has been, it has ceased in a way, though I'm still hearing that there are issues, pockets of it here and there, but it's not as bad as it was for the past two weeks that we've been hearing this. And they were like, what is that? And when I opened up and showed them the pictures on social media, they couldn't believe it. They could not believe it. And so you can tell that sometimes we might think me and you and the rest of the world know what is going on. No. And I know that at the end of the day, the media can also be very biased when it comes to circulation of good and bad news. Okay? If this was in another country, somewhere, the rest of international television stations would hammer this thing so hard. To me, death is death. And it's painful in whatever way it comes. It's painful. Talk less of you being set alight and run up and down crying like a headless chicken. Because even chickens, when they're being killed, there is a bit of respect. It's food that you're going to put on the table. Talk less of a child of somebody else around Africa. A mother in some village in Angola or some village in Nigeria. They are telling themselves, my son, my daughter, they've gone to South Africa to work hard and help us with whatever we are struggling with. And then just all of a sudden, unexpectedly, they receive a phone call and say, listen, he's gone. Yes, the going part of it is important to let them know. But when they're going to the graphicness of having to explain how their son or daughter was killed, look at that Zimbabwean lady that was killed near Sandton or Midrand, somewhere there. I read in the news. Very sad. with a son in the university. Very, very sad. Look at the Stole guy in Alexander. Very, very sad. Look at the videos that I saw. One guy was literally butchered as if they took a machete and just dig into his flesh. That is barbaric and it's sickening. Humanity has really, really failed God. Humanity has failed God. And I'm telling you, it's not going to get better until we begin to live this, what is happening on the throne of grace. A lot of people will not agree with me, but I'm not going to beat about the bush. I am a believer. I believe in Jesus Christ, the Son of God. And for things to be well with us is to reference him and understand that it is only through him that these issues can be tackled. Because let me tell you, the Bible says the heart of man is extremely wicked. Who can know it? Right now, I'm praying for heart of flesh for so many leaders of Africa. Let God take away the heart of stone in them, so that when they begin to talk, they will talk as if they're talking about issues of their immediate family, as if it's their son that was necklaced and petrol was poured on him and he was burned. That passion of it, the way I'm feeling at the moment. And as I said before, I'm not talking as an African, I talk as a mother. I talk as a mother. So, guys, please keep on highlighting this issue. And I don't want 3, 4, 5 years down the line, this becomes a genesis of a pocket of violence in several African countries because of the people that have gone back home. They are now frustrated. They don't know where to start from. And years and months and weeks and months and years pass by, and they find themselves worse than before they left for South Africa, because they've gone out of South Africa with nothing. Nothing. You know, when they were going to South Africa, they might have planned it, put some money aside, and tell themselves, okay, this is where I'm going to start from. Whether if I get there, I'm going to buy tomatoes for 50 rand, sell it for the next 2 weeks and make another 50 on top. I'll have 100. Then from there, I'm going to buy bananas and apples and sell on the street. If all those things they had strategized for years, how do you feel uprooted from a place where you didn't expect? You were still having a vision of what you're going to achieve, and then all of a sudden, it's been cut short. So please circulate this video and also subscribe, okay? Otherwise, I'll keep in touch with you guys, and thank you for your comments. Thank you for following me up on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook. Thank you very much. God bless. Bye.